Today, Made Sutini, one of our wonderful cooks here at Villa Kokamaya in Chandidasa in Bali, is going to show us how to make a simple Balinese nasi goreng, the staple dish of every Balinese family. The nasi goreng that we're preparing today has chicken, garlic, shallots, leeks, carrots, bok choy, cabbage, chili, and the Indonesian seasonings, which give it its unique flavor. But before we get started on the nasi goreng itself, we first prepare the prawn crackers which accompany the dish. You can find them at any Asian supermarket. Just drop them into the hot sunflower oil or canola oil, agitate them a little bit like Made is doing to give them some shape, and put them to one side. Then we get started on the nasi goreng itself. To make it, you start with some oil in the wok, let the oil heat up, and then add the shallots and the garlic. If you don't have shallots, onions will work equally well, and just keep stirring them so that they don't burn. And then when they soften and become fragrant, you can add whatever meat, chicken or seafood you like. We're using chicken here, but pork is always a popular option in Bali, as are prawns. Actually, for special occasions, the Balinese will often use a combination of all three, which is just delicious. Once your protein is cooked, you can add the vegetables that will take the longest to cook first, in this case the carrots, followed by the leeks. And you just kind of move it around a little bit. Made is using a lot of chili here, and believe me, Balinese chilies can be very hot, but really that's up to your own taste, however many chilies you want to add. And just toss them around a little as well to let them release their flavor. Then you add the cabbage and the bok choy. Any kind of cabbage or Chinese leafy green vegetable will work in place of the cabbage or the bok choy that we used here. You then stir that around a bit to lightly cook it, but just remember that you want to retain a little bit of crunch and color to your vegetables. You can now add the salt and the pepper. Just take it easy on the salt, because a lot of your seasonings, like the soy sauce, have high salt levels too. At this point, you now add your ketchup manis, which is a sweet soy sauce, and you also add your normal soy sauce. You can also get these seasonings at any Asian food store or even your local supermarket, if depending on where you live. Once the veggies have absorbed the flavors of the seasoning, you can add the rice. It's always safest to add the rice when it's cold because it doesn't get stodgy. And you can just use a standard long grain rice for nasi goreng. So at this point you add tomato ketchup and oyster sauce. Interestingly, quite a lot of Balinese recipes call for tomato ketchup, which I usually associate with hot dogs, but it does add a certain tomatoey sweetness that works very well with a lot of Balinese food. So once you've combined everything properly, you now start spooning it into a glass bowl, and you compact it quite firmly because you're going to plate from here. Then, to be authentic, you add a fried egg on the top of the rice. You put a prawn cracker or 2 or 3 on the side, and you garnish it as you like. Here Made is just using a very bright red chili on top of the lettuce. And all that's left to do is enjoy the nasi goreng. If you like this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel called Bali and Beyond, which focuses on all things Bali. Thank you for watching.